Hello, Nexust here. My light is on, and yet my phone still decides to shine a bright LED in my face. So again, I'm going to be looking just above the camera. Hopefully that doesn't make too much difference. Shooting on my phone again. This is going to be a usual thing for nighttime vloggery and stuff. So the idea is I'm going to give you a recap of my day. My day was meh. Well, in my educational stuff, I did mostly drama all day, which is good. Well, I say drama, it's actually a course in acting. It's BTEC acting, to be specific. Not sure if that happens around the world, but it does in this country. Anyway, did that, except there's only 4 people in my class, and we're all ill, but the 2 actresses in our class, because it's quite even. There's 4 people in the class. 2 of us are of the male gender and 2 are of the female, so quite balanced. Yeah, the ones of female gender were extremely ill and were threatening vomit rain at any point. So, you know, we didn't do very much acting. We kind of we got through, I think, about 4 lines of the script, and then everyone just collapsed, and we wrote essays instead, which sounds really crappy and boring, but writing essays in my class is, yeah, it's pretty fun. In fact, we spent most of the lesson talking about how my drama teacher had been in Neighbours, the Australian soap opera, because my drama teacher's Australian. I'm not Australian, just in case you were wondering. And we also watched a film trailer in which you could see him in, and he was holding a gun to people because he played a nice character. Anyway, also I have a game that I'm working on. I know I'm always working on a game, and it's always a different game. I'm so sorry. This one's going to be a small arcade game. Going to try and make it addictive. So one of those games you find so compulsively playable that you spend 300 million hours of your life, which is probably more than we actually have, just playing that single game over and over again, trying to rack up score points, and yeah, you know. So that should be fun. I really want to port it to Mac, iOS, and Android, because I think that would be pretty awesome, but that's going to cost me a bit. Will eventually start. Well, I will port this arcade game, to Android, iOS, and the Mac, but its initial release might possibly be on Windows, unless I just release all of them at the same time. I'm not sure. But if a mobile port comes out, it will be Android. In fact, the order it will go in, if there's ports, is Windows would come out first, Android second, Mac third, and iOS fourth. Yeah, everyone with iPhones and iPods and such, and iPads as well, that's one, will all be moaning right now, saying, "Oh, why do we get the last port?" It's honestly not favoritism. It is a little bit of favoritism. No, it's not really favoritism. It's actually because iOS is just going to be the most expensive to program for. I could port to Mac now, right now, as we are sitting here talking, conversing now. I could port all of the games I've ever made onto Mac, but I don't have a Mac. And I know some of you are thinking, oh, so you can't test it, you could give it to someone else to test. True, but I can't compile it, because, well, I assume it's because Apple do not like Windows machines. So they're like, well, you're using Windows, so you can't compile for a Mac. or iOS. So I would need a Mac to port to the Mac, which would mean that's around about £1,000, £1,000 by today's money. And ideally, I'd like to get a decent Mac, in which case that'd be just under £2,000. But of course, I'd probably go for a cheaper one if it was just the port. I don't know. Who knows? That's a future thing to think about. Whereas porting to Android is just going to cost me £50. Porting to Mac is going to cost anywhere from £1,000 to £2,000, and iOS, I will need a Mac to do that. So that's on top of that. I would need £50 to get the extension to my software. So yeah, it's quite pricey, but I'm prepared to do it. I might do an Indiegogo thingamadoodle, because why not? Are we filming sideways today? I don't think so. Might do an Indiegogo thing. Not sure what I'll be giving people. Probably just really simple stuff that won't cost an arm and a leg, because I only have 2 arms and 2 legs. I don't want to be squandering them too much. So probably like 3 copies of the game. Perhaps I could draw people things. That would be quite nice to do. Maybe their own characters added to the game for quite a price. Who knows? I'll look into that. But yeah, once I get all of that, I'm going to port to everything so that everyone can play my game. I'm not sure if I'm going to give you a first look for a while of this game, because I'd like to get it in a nice looking state before I release anything. And I might release a Windows alpha to anyone that with Windows that will happily. Actually, if you've got a Mac, try using Wine. It's not worked with my older engines, but this will be using my new engine, so go for it. Give it a try. So, yeah. Might do an Indiegogo thing. Anyway, I think I've wasted enough of your time. If you enjoyed this, good for you. You've enjoyed listening to me talk for a while. I didn't expect that very much. Oh, I do want to do a new voice acting reel, because I haven't done voice acting for a while. Nobody's really asked me to, but that's because I haven't really put myself out there as a voice actor on this channel. I have in previous channels, and I got contacted, but I get typecast for Halo machinimas, which is strange because I haven't owned a Halo game since Halo 2, because I didn't get the Xbox 360. I know, it's pretty bad. I've played all of them except Halo 4 now. And I haven't played Halo Wars. Yeah. Technically I've played Halo ODST, just not very much. But yeah, anyway, I wanna get my new voice acting show reel up so that I can. If you're making a cartoon, you need someone to act for it, Or if you're making any type of machinima, I'll voice act in it. I love voice acting; it's brilliant. It's so fun to do. Anyway, I've wasted enough of your time. I'll see you later. 8-minute video. Thanks for watching. Ooh, red. I'll see you later, guys.